Hey, y'all. You know how much I love to do things differently and see what you really enjoy. So today we're going to try some choose your own adventure. Let's get started. So today what we're going to do, you're going to actually watch me place some cards and you'll be able to choose which goddess, which pile really jumps out to you. So first I'll place them. We'll take some deep breaths. You get a chance to choose which really calls out to you. And then you can watch which one fits. So I'm going to put 3 cards down for each pile. The first being inspiration, the second being choices, the third being love. So these are our cards for inspiration, for our yellow pile, our blue pile, our green pile. Next, our choices for this week for each. And finally, we have what we need to know about love this week for each pile. Good. Now, I want you to take just a few moments and I want you to take a couple of deep breaths in deeply, feeling your own inspiration for each of the cards. As you exhale, I want you to think about all the things you're releasing that are blocking you from making decisions. And take one more big inhale and think about how you want to love yourself and others. And then exhale out anything that's blocking you. Now I want you to take a moment and look at each pile. See which goddess or pile is really calling out to you. You can choose either the yellow pile, the blue, or the green. Take your time. If you need to pause the video, give yourself a moment. And then just choose which one is drawing out to you. If it's more than one, you can watch all of the clips, but go ahead and choose one. And we'll get started with pile 1 or yellow. Just move these other piles over, out of your way. We'll come back. Let's start. Let's start with this first yellow pile. For everyone who chose this one, let's see what's come up for you. So first, for our inspiration, we have the 4 of Cups. For our choices, we have Temperance. And then for love, we have the 9 of Cups. So this week, I want you to think about when you're looking for inspiration, you're looking for opportunities and sparks of energy and joy. Sit quietly somewhere. Think about your strength that comes from your peace. How can you find peace? How can you find who you are in quiet spaces? How can you find stability when you are connecting with your emotions in a still, quiet place? That's where you're going to find inspiration this week. When it comes to making choices, Temperance here is telling you that there are some opportunities for big choices this week, but they're not coming from one source or another. They're going to be coming from you blending together different energies, different maybe projects that you have going on or that you've been working on, blending some things together and not trying to pick this or that, one or the other. It comes from a beautiful blend. And then finally, for our love this week, this is love for yourself, love for others. We have the Nine of Cups, and this is very much about you knowing that you're close to getting all the things that you wanted in a particular area of your life, but there might be a little surprise that pops up that throws you back, that makes you question everything else that's come before it. Sit with that little surprise and see what it means for you. See how it changes how you might want to move forward, and embrace it. Don't be scared of it. You're so close to finding all the pieces, all the answers that you've been looking for in love. Okay. Hope that helps you this week. Yellow group. Now I'm going to move over. Now I'll talk to our blue group here. And this week, for our inspiration, we have the Wheel of Fortune. For your choices, we have the King of Swords. And for love, we have the Page of Pentacles. So as you are looking for inspiration this week, know that there isn't any right answer and there isn't any wrong answer. Something that seems like it's perfect and obvious might turn around and be the worst decision that you could make. Don't base your decisions, don't base what is inspiring you and what's drawing you to move forward. Don't base that on what you think it's supposed to be, what someone else has told you this is the way you have to do things. Find your inspiration by knowing that nothing is either or, that things change. Good things get bad, bad things get good, that life is ever changing and moving. So find inspiration in that continuous cycle of life. As you think about your choices this week, be strong in communicating what you need and what you stand for. Let people know what you want, right? Don't be gray. Don't be ambiguous about your conversations with people. You know what you want. You know how you want to proceed. So do that. Don't be scared to be bold and be brave this week. And for your love, take some time to really search for some new answers. Search for some new opportunities to grow love for yourself, love for others. There are new things, new awarenesses that are going to be popping up for you. And it's important to just sit and listen to that. Just do a little research. Take a little time to not just jump and make a decision, but actually see what's out there. See what opportunities are coming up that maybe you haven't noticed. I hope that's helpful for you all this week. And finally, we'll move over to our green group. Here we are, green. Let's see what you have this week. This week for your inspiration, we have the Page of Cups. For choices, we have the Queen of Swords. And for love, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So for inspiration this week, green group, I want you to think about opportunities that may seem lost. There maybe have been times where you thought things were going smoothly, things went badly, and you weren't sure what to do. Be prepared to expect the unexpected. There are really beautiful things that are happening behind the scenes, even if you can't see them. Don't get caught up in what you think you're missing out on. Be inspired by going a little bit deeper. Maybe it's looking behind the motivations of the things that didn't go well, or maybe it's just seeing the beauty of what's happening a little bit deeper, a little farther back. When you take the opportunity, when you take the time to really look. When you are thinking about your choices this week, this group, you have beautiful energy. You have beautiful energy to hear what needs to be heard, to get different perspectives and be able to balance them and weigh them out. Your strength this week when it comes to making choices is coming from being able to hear and understand each side of a situation so that you can make the best decision based on all the information that you're getting in. There's going to be a lot of information coming your way, but you're going to be able to decipher what it all means and make really good choices based on that. So focus on getting in information and making your choice there. And lastly, for love this week, this is about protection. This is about taking some actions to protect the things that are most important to you, to build strong structures around the things that you really love and care for and need to keep safe. So take the time to, whether it's love for yourself, love for others, to be intentional about keeping those things that are most important. Be intentional about protecting them, about keeping them safe, about sheltering them from tragedy, sheltering them from anything that might harm you or harm others. You have the ability to create some structures around that to keep them safe, so do that this week. So I hope that was helpful for everyone. Let me know what you think of doing these spreads in this way, and I will see you all next week. Stay magical, y'all.